All right. All right. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's a beautiful Tuesday evening, and I'm super, super excited again to come to you guys live. My name is Jessica Parker. You guys already know. Hi there. And I'm excited to share with you guys today the top 10 ways to be successful with Lincoln Heritage Life Insurance Company. So you might want to take a pen and paper because I'm going to share 10 points that will really take your business to the next level. If you have any comments, any questions, make sure you type them in because this stuff is really going to help you. You know, a lot of these things we have implemented. A lot of the top producing agents in the company have implemented these things. And those are some basic tools that you will need and that you will need to reference on your journey to success, okay? So I'm going to hop right into it. Let's see. So the first point is you want to eliminate your distractions. We all have distractions, positive distractions, negative distractions. Distractions will hit us all day, every single day, okay? So eliminating your distractions. When I'm talking about that, while you're working, while you're out and about in the field, while you are doing what you're doing out there, right? Hi, Helen. You want to make sure that you let your family know that work time is work time. You have allotted a specific time frame that, you know, you decided you're going to go door knocking, you're going to be doing presentations, and it takes some discipline for yourself and also to let your family know, hey, you know, from this time to this time, I need to be unbothered. I don't need anybody, cutting in my day. I will be there later on. You can kind of schedule things, okay? When you're scheduling your events and your family outings and all your responsibilities that you have outside of work, it will help you with managing your distractions, okay? So don't let anything and anyone get in the way of your success, whether that is your spouse, your children, your family, your siblings. Let them know what it is. If you were working a 9-to-5 job, you couldn't just drop and stop, run away from your desk and take somebody to the grocery store or something like that. So treat the business the same exact way. Number 2 is activity, all right? Everywhere you go, there are potential clients. You're pumping your gas, there are potential clients. You walk into Wawa, 7-Eleven, there are potential clients. Apply that 2-foot rule, okay? Speak up. You cannot be an introvert or shy in this business. If you want to be successful, you definitely have to get out there, because if not, they say a salesman that is quiet, a salesman that doesn't speak, has skinny kids, right? And not going to eat. So you got to go out there. You got to have activity, money-making activity, not busy work, but activity that's actually going to put money in your pocket, okay? And so you got to kind of analyze and see, what are your main money-making activities? Money-making activities is when you're sitting in front of a client and you're actively presenting, you're door knocking, you're making phone calls, you're scheduling appointments. Those are some of the money-making activities in our business. So it is not, you know, messing around with your papers and trying to figure out your route. That's part of your preparation that should happen the day before. Your money-making activity during your hours of operation should be the door knock, getting to that kitchen table, presenting, and making phone calls so you can set appointments for the next day. Okay, number 3. So I hope you are writing these down, right? So we had number 1, eliminate your distractions. Number 2, activity. Number 3, if you continue to do the same things, you will continue to get the same results. And that is considered what? The definition of insanity. So you want to self-analyze and see what is working for you, okay? Whatever is working for you, do more of it. Sometimes people, they self-analyze and then they look for other people. They try to see what other people are doing, and then they stop doing what worked for them because they want to copy other people and they want to copy what's working for other people. But when you self-analyze, figure out the things that are working well for you, do more of those things, but also find the things that are not working for you and change, okay? If you have a door knock approach, if you're doing something that, you're not getting in, today we had an agent in our core training session. She said, I say this and I don't get in the door. And I'm out there, I'm knocking on 10, 15 doors every day. And people are just telling me the same, they're giving me the same objection. I said, well, why are you not changing your approach? If something isn't working, you got to change it right away, okay? Because otherwise you're going to continue getting the same results, all right? Number 4, check your appearance. How are you looking? How are you smelling when you're going out there in the field? Okay, would you buy insurance from you? Would you let you in your own house? And if the answer is no, then you have to kind of look at yourself. Are you dressing professionally? Is your shirt clean? Okay, is your breath smelling good? Are your fingernails clean? Is your hair do, what it's supposed to be? And if not, hey, for the guys, are you wearing a hat? That TPG hat makes your head look better sometimes, right? If you didn't get your hair cut, for the ladies, same thing. We have to make sure that our appearance, that we are presentable, that we look good, we smell good, and because we look good, we smell good, guess what? We're going to feel good. So when we get into that house, we're going to be much more confident. Our conversation is going to be a lot better, and we're going to leave a great impression on our client, okay? They're not going to see us leave out the door and say, whew, I'm glad they're gone, right? You want to let them leave you. You want to leave them with a great impression of you. Number 5 is you want to know your product. You want to know your product. So knowing your product is extremely important. And in that same breath, you want to ask yourself, am I the product of the product? Okay? Do you have a Lincoln Heritage Funeral Consumer Guardian Society membership? Okay, that's a question you should ask yourself. If you don't have that, you need to hurry up and sign yourself up. You should be your very first client. And then when you're talking about FCGS, when you're explaining the Funeral Consumer Guardian Society benefits, you should sound like it's your most favorite thing that you like to talk about. When you speak with someone about a great movie they've seen, or they went to a restaurant and they ate great food, and you talk to them and they tell you all about it, oh my goodness, you see their eyes light up. You see them pretty much, talk about, oh my goodness, this movie was so great, and this is what happened, and wow, and this actor, and you see all the enthusiasm and the excitement in their voice and in their eyes. That is the same animation, that same enthusiasm, that same excitement you need to bring to the table when you're talking about the FCGS, okay? And not just because I'm telling you to do it, but because you know and you have seen what FCGS can do for our families. So you should be extremely excited about the product that you represent, the company that you represent. Our accidental death program is untouchable, okay? Our plans begin as low as $15 a month. So we have plans, products, programs, and plans that literally fit into anybody's budget. So if somebody says, oh, you guys are too expensive, oh no, what do you mean? Because we have plans and programs that fit into everyone's budget. So you gotta understand your product. You gotta do some homework, study your competition. Understand what these other programs are offering, okay? Do your research. Hop on their websites. Read up on their final expense programs. Read up on the pieces that they send out and market to the other clients, to our niche market, okay? So you want to make sure that you are well informed. So when you're sitting with someone that tells you, oh, well, I have AARP, you can tell them, well, AARP has the 5-year age bands, and some of those plans really kick you out when you turn 70 or 75, and some of those are also term insurance. If you don't watch out, you can really mess yourself up. So as an agent, as a final expense specialist, as an underwriter, I want to be an expert. I want to be that source for my client. I want to be that expert that really knows, okay? And that includes me understanding what Colonial Penn is offering, what Gerber is offering, what Globe is offering, what ARP is offering, and how we differentiate. So you got to know that stuff, right? So you definitely want to do your homework, understand your product, and get extremely excited about FCGS, because we are the best. We're the only company that has that, okay? That affiliation is really our slight edge. It's what sets us apart from anyone else. Number 6 is be extremely organized. It is nothing worse than seeing a cluttery, unorganized agent that has papers, leads flying all over the place, and the papers look kind of like this paper here, like, right? You don't want your papers to look like this. You want to be organized. You want to be neat, okay? Because it represents you as a business person. So have folders, have different folders in place, so that way you know what's what, and you have basically your own organization within your own system, in your car, in your folder, in your binder, however you operate. Make sure that you are extremely organized, okay? Write everything down. That's another thing. You know, when you're sitting with your client, take notes while they speak. Become a great listener, because a lot of information is being given to you. And if you are just focused on getting the check, and you're not really paying attention and listening to your client, a lot can go right over your head. And they're volunteering and giving you buying signs, and you're not even recognizing it because you're so busy in your own head trying to think about, when I get the check, you're already doing the math in your head, right? So make sure that you are extremely organized and write everything down, okay? And not only writing down the things that pertain to your client as you're in the home, or as you're door knocking, and as you're going through your experiences in the field, but also writing down your own personal goals, okay? It's nothing like going out in the field and already having a set target in your head of what you're going to do that day, okay? I would never leave my house without already seeing myself with the end in mind. At the end of my day, I want to come home with 2-3 checks. I want to come home with a set amount of dollars in premium collected, all right? So be organized and write everything down, and that includes your goals, okay? Where you want to be by the end of this week, by the end of this month, and visualizing yourself already there. Number 7, I love number 7. You got to keep up with your business. Keeping up with your business is imperative, okay? We get paid for our efforts, and we get paid very well. But one thing with Lincoln Heritage, they're definitely not a company that just say to you, get new business, get new business, get new business. They actually give more attention to the business that you keep, okay? And when I say that, it means that with our company, you have to maintain over 70% persistency. That means you have to write good business. You have to write business that stays, because the business that stays is the business that will pay you. The business that stays is the business that pays long term, okay? So you want to make sure that you work your reports, okay? So when we're talking about reports, it's your pending business, it's your non-taken out policies that never have been issued because they got stuck in underwriting. You might have forgot a signature, the client might have called and might have canceled right after you left, you might have misspelled their name. It could be something real stupid where a policy doesn't get issued because the client disliked something minor, or there was a wrong number with a bank account. It could be a really minor issue, right? It could be your lapse reports, right? Somebody has stopped making their payments, something might have happened. So you are keeping up with your existing business is a big, big deal. And I've really overemphasized that here, because when you're wondering why your back-end money, your pay-through money isn't growing, a lot of times that has to do with you are losing money on that part of your business, okay? So your pay-through pays every month, you're writing new business, you're accumulating new pay-through, but you're losing pay-through on the back end because you have lapses and NTOs happening to you. So keeping up with your business, being a great customer servant, that is just really, really imperative to your business, because when you can look back in about like just fast forward 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now, and you can look at your report and you can see yourself still getting paid from business from 2019. Okay, business you might have wrote in June of 2019, and now fast forward, it's 2025, it's 2028, and you're still getting paid on that business. That's what this whole thing is really about. You're building your 401k, all right? You're building your future passive income. So definitely make sure that you're keeping up with your existing business. Number 8, don't get frustrated. Never get frustrated. I know it can be frustrating, but I'm telling you, don't get frustrated in this business, okay? You will have your character building days. We talk about these all the time. And those character building days, they will give you that thick skin that you need, okay? Anybody in the business that you see wearing one of these pretty things, right? That 6-figure income ring, you best believe they done went through some serious mess, okay? They done went through some hard days, and they done sat down and cried some tears. They done went and sat and wrestled with themselves, okay? And they realized that when they started cleaning themselves up and getting themselves back together, that they now are tougher the next day, okay? So you're going to have your character building days, but when you do, guess what the solution is? Anybody can guess? Guess what the solution is when you have those character building days? I'm going to tell you guys, okay? The solution is activity. All right. The solution to your character building days, or those days where you feel a little down on yourself and you want to be frustrated, the solution is always activity. Because as soon as you get out there and as soon as you start doing some money making activity work, you're going to start feeling better. And guess what? The next check is right at your fingertips. And once you get that next check, you done forgot about your character building days. It just somehow, that's just how it works, okay? So when you get frustrated, in your mind, program yourself to think activity. I'm frustrated. That means I need activity. I need to go out there and I need to go see the people. What can I do to give myself more activity today, okay? And don't sweat the small stuff. Don't get all worked up over little things that really don't matter, that won't put money in your pocket. Don't get upset about things that really won't change the game for you. All right. A lot of times as agents, we get hung up and frustrated on dumb stuff that really won't put any money in our pockets. And we get frustrated. Oh, so-and-so got this lead and I was supposed to get the lead, or so-and-so said such and such, and whatever. It's all small stuff. Okay. Try not to sweat the small stuff, because the small stuff doesn't get you paid. It just stresses you out and makes you wrinkle and get old. Okay? So try not to sweat the small stuff. Number 9, listen to The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. If you're a new agent, you've never listened to it, this is a game changer, okay? Secrets of the Millionaire Mind for me was definitely a game changer. I listened to it for a whole year. I still listen to it. When I first heard of it was back in 2013, and I am telling you guys, with our wake-up calls in the morning at 6:30, the wealth files, I can almost recite the wealth files by now, but guess what? Repetition is the mother of all skill. And when you hear something over and over and over and over and over and over again, you're actually reprogramming your subconscious mind. And you are going to change your wealth files in your head. And when you change the wealth files in your mind and you change your thoughts, really, you start speaking different. And the universe, the way it is all set up, right? We can't change the universal law. It's like gravity. What goes up must come down, right? So when you're putting out those positive thoughts, positive energy, positive thinking, what do you think is going to return to you? Okay? And that's not something that something I just made up. It's something that is, it's a fact. Make sure that you listen to personal development. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind is a great place to start. But positive reiteration, anything that you can listen to. One of the game-changing audios for me was Claude Bristol, Magic of Believing, big one, Think and Grow Rich, of course, As a Man Thinketh. Napoleon Hill has so many great books and audios that are great to listen to that will help you with your thought process and your mindset. Because, again, your business can only grow to the extent you do. When you find yourself plateauing, that means it's time to grow. I want my money to grow. I need to grow here. So when you work on yourself more than you do on your business, you'll find that your door knocks are going to get easier. Your presentations are going to get better. You're going to be sharper. You're going to attract the right people into your business for those that are building. Okay, you're going to have the right conversations. Sharing your testimony is going to turn into something necessary. You're not going to be ashamed of your story. Okay, you're going to want to share because people relate. Okay, and when people relate and you can give them something of value, then they want to follow you. Okay, so it's just simple as that. So doing personal development is like an energy drink. Okay, you want to drink some every single day. If you drink coffee every day, guess what? You're going to need some PD. OD on PD. Get an accountability partner. You know, people always ask, well, what's the secret sauce? Or what's the magic dust? Or where's the shortcut? Well, guys, I tell you, all right, the shortcut to success, the only shortcut to success that I've been able to find in all my years of entrepreneurship is a good coach or a good mentor and a great accountability partner. Okay, that's really the only shortcut that's out there. So if you're attaching yourself to a person, and you don't even need to really be able to touch them or see them face to face, it could be someone that you respect, someone that might, does coaching, whether it's online, or someone that you can find that, that you feel like you can model, you model success, then you will find that it will rub off into your life, okay? Because you're following the principles. So anytime you're following principles, you can't go wrong, okay? So make sure that you're staying plugged in into all the meetings, the trainings, the conference call, every opportunity you get to get in front of the information, be there. That's another real secret to success, because the people that end up being in front of the room, getting awards and have fat bank accounts, you best believe they paid the price by showing up to everything, okay? They showed up to everything. And that's my story. I showed up to everything when I first started. I went to every meeting. I went to every event. I had to fly to South Carolina. I had to hop on a plane every time. Sometimes I drove down there. I had to make sacrifices, okay? But I never wanted to miss anything. Being in that room was so important for me because I knew that I would take notes, and I'm going to learn how the speaker speaks, and I'm going to learn some of the things that they're saying and some of the things that I can apply to my presentation, because one day I'm going to be in front of that room, okay? One day I'm going to be the presenter. Now I'm just here learning. I'm sitting in my chair, and I'm going to hear it over and over and over until I know it in my sleep from the back of my hand. So when you think for 1 second that, it's another opportunity meeting, I have sat in billions of those, I'm not going to go to that one. I'm just going to be at home and I'm going to just watch reality TV. You do that, and your reality is going to be still the same come next year and the year after that. All right. So make the sacrifices, even if you don't feel like it. Do it anyway, because it will help you and grow your business. All right. Last one, number 10. And with that one, we can close it out. Go to work. GTW. Go to work. Okay. I don't know what else needs to be said after that, but start your days early and finish late. Be philo, right? Be the first one out, last one in. That's the name of the game. Put in your 10, 12, 15 hours every day. Okay? If you don't come home exhausted, feeling good about your day, you haven't really put in a full day's work. Okay? You will gladly go to a corporate job that you hate Okay, you'll drive through traffic, get frustrated with traffic, all right, and you're gonna sit in traffic, and then you clock in and you go to your cubicle and you're like, ugh, I'm gonna sit here till 5 o'clock, and then I'm gonna fight through traffic again to get home. You're gonna do that for minimum dollars, 10, 12, $15 an hour. If you get $20 an hour, great, but you're gonna do that making other people rich, and you won't do it for yourself. Think about that for a second. It makes absolutely no sense, right? But somehow society's programmed to do that, to work for someone else, make them rich, and we have great discipline because what? That secure paycheck that they can just hand you a pink slip any day, and then you start back from square one. Well, with this business, you're working for yourself, and if you stop working, you still continue to get paid. Let that sink in for a minute. So you want to put in the time. I heard someone say once, ride now, coast later. That's exactly what this business is. You ride hard now so you can coast later. Put in your work, your time, your effort, and it will pay off. Okay, so those are my top 10 ways to be successful with Lincoln Heritage. I hope they helped you guys. I hope you took some notes, all right? And I know if you stick to these 10 pieces of advice, or 10 tips and 10 basic core things that need to happen in your business, you will definitely move your business, and you will definitely be going in the right direction, okay? So with that, hey Casey, hey Helen, we have a couple of viewers here tonight. Hopefully this was helpful to you guys, and we'll be back. We'll see you again. I love this new platform, so we'll be doing a lot of these in the upcoming weeks, and want to get your input and all this stuff too, because I know we have a lot of wisdom right here in this awesome group. So with that being said, everybody have a great night. God bless you all, and let's apply those 10 steps to become successful with Lincoln. All right? Everybody have a great night.